There's no mistaking it, and the evidence backs it up. Our entire food system is completely global. But what might surprise you about the global food system is where crops that are grown in different regions of the world actually originated. Most people don't know that about 69% of the crops that make up the national food supply of most countries originally came from somewhere else. And that somewhere else is often a completely different part of the globe. For example, many Americans might assume that the vast Midwestern prairie lands, abundant with farms and endless fields of wheat and corn, are the origin point for those crops. But a groundbreaking study in 2016 shows that is not the case. U.S. farms are known for growing wheat, originally from the Mediterranean and Asia, soybeans from East Asia, and maize from Mexico. One crop native to America but grown around the world? The sunflower. Other examples of globalized foods include essential ingredients that we associate with certain countries' cuisines. The chilies grown in Thailand and tomatoes grown in Italy are originally native to South America. Yeah, South America. The man responsible for the original research was Russian botanist Nikolai Vavilov. In the 1920s, Vavilov conducted research that proved crop plants had centers of origin, places where they had first been domesticated. Vavilov believed that the center of origin was proven by the diversity of a certain crop in that area, due to farmers experimenting with different types for generations. The 2016 study mentioned earlier built on Vavilov's groundbreaking research and updated it to the present day. For this study, researchers looked at the origins of 151 different crops in 23 geographical areas of the planet. The authors of the study also examined the diet and food production statistics in 177 different countries, amounting to 98.5% of the world's population. The next step was to look at farming in each country and determine whether the crops grown were foreign in origin. It was found that 69% of farm production and food supplies around the world are indeed non-native. Different parts of the world are variously affected by this reality. The places that are most dependent on foreign crops are parts of the world that are far from centers of biodiversity. These include North America, Australia, and Northern Europe. West Africa and South Asia rely on foreign crops the least, due to their biodiversity and their tendency to still eat their traditional foods. Crops that are grown for oils and fats are the ones that have changed the most. Countries like Malaysia and Indonesia grow oil palm from West Africa, and Brazil now grows soybeans from East Asia. The interdependency of the globalized food market means that humans must take the threats of climate change and the potential for new diseases and pests very seriously. There is actually an international treaty on plant genetic resources for food and agriculture, popularly known as the International Seed Treaty, that is meant to allow countries around the world to have access to different varieties of plants in order to grow and develop new, biodiverse, and sustainable food crops, to hopefully guarantee food security for future generations. But most countries, as of now, are not providing the promised access, which, in the long run, might be damaging to us all.